Today, we need to talk about a massive high stakes speech that is blowing up across Canada and the United States. Canada's new Prime Minister Mark Carney just delivered an incredibly bold address directly targeting immigration, hate crimes, and a terrifying surge in anti Semitism, standing inside a Toronto synagogue. Carney didn't hold back. He openly admitted that the country is failing a major part of its population. Today, we are breaking down that this means the new laws being pushed and the intense political fallout behind it. Well, I am Frank John, and you are watching your favorite channel, Joshu Reaction, where you find always the truth. So let's get into it. Let's look at exactly what Mark Carney said because his words were unusually direct for a political leader. He stated that national unity does not mean everyone has to be the exact same. He argued that when people come to Canada, their faith, language, and heritage are not things they should have to compromise on, they are expressions of citizenship. But then he dropped a massive reality check. He admitted that right now, Canada's civic compact is completely failing Jewish Canadians. He pointed out that anti Semitism has surged to levels not seen since the post war period, citing horrifying incidents like fire bombings of synagogues and bullets being fired at schools. For a prime minister to stand up and name this street so clearly rather than hiding behind generic corporate language is a big deal. What makes this speech so urgent are the actual numbers that were brought to light. Carney revealed that more than two-thirds all region motivated hate crimes in the country were directed at Jewish Canadians, a community that makes up only 1% of the total population. Think about that static for a second. The data shows that hate crimes involving anti-Semitism have nearly tripled over recent years. Carney made it clear that while this shame is a global issue seen in Europe and the US, the action has to be local. In response, his government has introduced 6 different pieces of legislation, including Bill C-9, the Combating Hate Act, which aims to crack down on intimidation at places of worship and schools. They are also throwing an extra $75 million into community security infrastructure. Now, as you can imagine, this speech has opened up a massive political debate, especially around immigration. Critics, including opposition leader Pierre Poilievre, are firing back fiercely. They are arguing that the government needs to secure the borders against illegal immigration and immediately deport any visitors who participate in violence or harassment on Canadian streets. On top of that, many independent analysts are looking at Carney's speech with a lot of skepticism. People are pointing out that Canada is currently facing an enforcement crisis. We have plenty of rules and laws on paper, but the government has lacked the real courage and nerve to enforce them. Critics are asking, is creating a new advisory council actually going to protect children going to school, or is it just more empty political rhetoric? Ultimately, this entire situation proves that Canadian values are on trial right now. A nation cannot promise peace, order, and good government if citizens are afraid to wear their religious symbols on the subway or send their kids to school without heavy security perimeters. Mark Carney's rhetoric was undeniably, but as he himself noted, a convenant must be honored with actions, not just fine words. The real test is whether the government will finally start enforcing the law and bringing real consequences to those driving hatred in the communities. It was a watershed moment for Canada, and the entire world is watching how they handle this breakdown in public safety. But I want to know what you guys think. Is the Canadian government doing enough to enforce public safety, or have they completely lost control of the streets? Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. I am Frank John. We are Christians and in God we trust. God bless America. God bless Canada. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.